Hey everybody, welcome to your Monday morning market update. I'm Jennie Hendricks with Century 21 Prestige Realty. This is week 14 of our Monday morning market updates. So let's jump in with some interesting statistics this morning. We have 205 active residential properties on the market in the Cedar City and Enoch area and the immediate, county areas surrounding Cedar City and Enoch. 205, that's a little bit of a jump in our inventory levels. We've been hovering right around the high 170s, maybe up to high 180s. So to have that jump up to over 200 is pretty interesting. And we'll keep an eye on that for you and see if that's a trend or if it's just something that has happened this past week. The median list price is $298,000, so that has not changed very much. We've been holding pretty steady there. And the median sales price is $234,000. So again, we've been pretty steady, holding tight right there in that range, in that 230-ish range, 234 right now. I want to hit you with another statistic. And we haven't really talked about this before, but there's something called the absorption rate. The absorption rate measures if no new properties were added to the market right now, how long would it take our existing inventory to be exhausted, to be sold? And the reason we use this statistic is to kind of measure where the market is, the health of the market. So a balanced market is going to be somewhere around a 6-month inventory. We've been running at about 2.5 months for several years now. So we've talked about this a lot. We've really had kind of a shortage of inventory. It's interesting because in the last few weeks, we've been at about a 2.4 month inventory. Well, right now we're currently at 3 months. So I think that's a reflection of the number of residential properties we have on the market right now. So again, I'm going to keep an eye on that for you. And we'll see if it's a trend or if it's something that has just happened in this past week or so. Okay, let's talk about 3 realities that are in our local market here and in our community. Okay, number 1, the buying and selling landscape has changed. A couple of things that I think people are just tightening up a little on. Pre-approvals are a must, okay? Buyers out there, you just have to talk to a lender first. You just have to get pre-approved before you get to go look at houses. And that probably should have always been happening, but it wasn't really being enforced. So I think now buyers, you're just going to have to talk to a lender and get that pre-approval letter before you go out looking at houses. You might be looking at properties virtually. This is something that has happened quite a bit in second home markets, but in primary markets, it's kind of new. So watch for virtual open houses, virtual tours, maybe getting familiar with the neighborhood first before you go in and actually look at these properties. One thing I want to talk to sellers about. Sellers, stay the course, okay? People are still buying. People are still coming to this area and people still need homes to live in. Everybody's got to have a home, right? So sellers, stay the course. We're going to get through this. And like I say, there are still people who want to move to this area. Okay, number 2. All parties involved in a transaction need to be flexible and understanding, and even more now than we have been in the past. Transactions could take more time. They may take longer than originally negotiated. One thing we know for sure is that there is an element of unpredictability that has been introduced into our real estate transactions right now. So if everyone involved in a transaction just recognizes that everybody's doing their best, we're all on the same team, everybody wants to get to closing, and sometimes we're just going to have to be a little patient, a little flexible, and we'll weather these bumps and we'll get there. All right, number 3, be ready to adjust your expectations. As an example, I've talked about my kids often on. My son is at the University of Utah, and he was supposed to walk with his bachelor's degree this month, at the end of this month. Well, that's not happening, and I know all of our SUU students that are graduating are having to make adjustments. It's the same everywhere. So in your real estate transactions, just know that we need to be a little ready to adjust. We need to be accommodating and kind of roll with the changes. This is an opportunity to show our resilience. Cedar City is known for that. We're known for being a community that can kind of roll with whatever is thrown at us. So I am confident that we are all going to be able to make it through this. That said, also don't try to take advantage of people in these transactions. I haven't seen that here in Cedar City. I've heard about it happening in other places. So we still just need to be kind and patient with each other. I want to just talk about one last thing. I want to do another shout out for our local restaurants and our local small businesses. If you can, please get out and support these guys. They are working so hard to keep these places open. Visit Cedar City, the Tourism Bureau has put out something. If you haven't seen it, go check out their website, their Facebook page, where they're offering a $500 gift card, a drawing for a gift card, that if you visit a certain number of restaurants and you spend a certain amount, then you can be in a drawing for a $500 gift card. So there's lots of great stuff going on. We're going to make it through this. And if you have questions about interest rates, what the market is doing, anything that I can help you with, any questions that I can answer for you, please reach out and let me know. It's going to be a great week. This is Jennie Hendricks at Century 21 Prestige Realty. We'll see you soon.